guys are heading into a new season.
We are.
What can people expect?
A lot. This is going to be a very dark season. It's going to be very bittersweet for us to film because this is the beginning of the end.
Is it the end for sure?
I mean, I can't say for sure, but right now it looks that way. But that being said, the liars make the biggest mistake of their life, and A takes advantage of it. So a lot of things, unexpected things happen, but you're also going to be able to see basically a reveal every week. This is the season. So Allison goes crazy, which is so fun for me.
Always.
I mean, you can never put Allison in a box. So as far as acting goes, it's so much fun to play her. But yeah, there's a lot that happens this season. There's a lot that happens as far as romance goes, good and bad. A lot of connections happen that you expect and then you don't expect. So there's just a lot packed into this season, but it's a lot of, I don't know, seeing the liars go back to their bad habits, but also making new ones.
When you look at the success of your show and the fans, how much they adore it, talk to me being part of a project like that, what that means to you.
I mean, it's a dream come true. You can only hope that your show even gets picked up, and then to go through one season and then to make it to 7 is everybody's dream.
What have been some of your favorite moments over these 7 seasons, whether it's celebrity moments or fan moments, something that really sticks in your mind?
I think whenever I travel, just getting to meet fans on a global scale, that's always something that's so amazing, and knowing that we can all relate to, our show is an amazing thing.
You got a new show on Freeform. Tell me all about it.
Thank you. The show's called Guilt. We premiere on June 13th. It's a sexy crime thriller, a whodunit really, in the vein of with a Agatha Christie myriad of suspects, but we really focus upon a young American exchange student. I'm the expat, who's studying abroad, living in London, goes a little too deep into the London kind of hipster art and DJ underbelly, bit of a party child, and emerges as a prime suspect in the murder of her roommate. Her prosecuting attorney sister from New York flies over to bring her home, and in the time that the flight lands takes to cross the pond, her sister has emerged as a prime suspect. They end up engaging me, who's a expat, living in London, a defense attorney with fairly ethically challenged practices, great wardrobe, and all the jokes.
That's all that matters.
Which is all really
That's all that matters. How cool is it to work with that guy, by the way? I'm sure. How many times have you seen Titanic? It's like crazy, right?
I didn't see it 3 times in the theaters. No way. I don't know what you're talking about.
As she recites lines.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's wonderful. It's so much fun. I mean, it's Billy Zane. He's
We
the
had
best.
a moment when we were all eating lunch, and we were in sort of like a train car on set, and it was really cold outside, so they pumped up the heat in the room, and it was really, really warm. And Daisy was
like here, by the way.
like right now.
It's very hot.
Very warm. Daisy was writing on the window on the fog, and I was like, I really want to do something right now, but I think it's incredibly inappropriate. Everyone's like, well, you have to do it now. And we both put our hands on the window
and just slowly
slid them down.
Talk to me about your show. What can people expect heading into season 2?
We don't even know.
Yeah, you saw at the end of the season sort of what happened. Jace potentially went to the dark side. Clary's crushed by it, but she's finally come into her own, and so next season is going to be Clary and Alec and Isabel and Simon banding together despite their differences and their feisty friendships, and going after Jace and not stopping until they get him back.
It seems the fans have really taken to this show. Talk to me about the fan response for you guys.
Well, it starts off with the book fans. They love the story and they love the characters so much, and it's really nice that I think they like our version, the TV version, and we see it. They're waiting for us at 1 a.m. at the hotel. They just want a picture, and it's just, we're grateful, we're thankful, we're blessed. It's really nice to have them.
What would you like to see in season 2?
I'd like to continue to see the deepening of the relationships that we've gotten to kind of touch on, like Jason and Alec, that relationship. It's gone through some real trials, maybe for the first time since they've been parabatai, since Brothers in Arms. And it's really cool to see where it's going to go. I mean, I'm excited to see how it keeps getting tested and how if that bond gets stronger or weaker, what happens with them. I'm excited to see what happens with Simon. Like, he worked so hard to try to find a place in this shadow world, was given one, started to kind of understand it and flourish, and then turned his back on it.
You guys got such an incredible fan following. Is it blowing your mind?
It blew my mind from the day we got to Toronto, and I saw how all the fans knew where we were and knew exactly what we were doing. and they were constantly tweeting at us, taking pictures and stuff. And I was like, wow, this fandom is for real. Like, they don't play around. And thankfully, because of them and some of their tweets and some of their, the fan art they did, we got a season 2.
Everyone loves chasing shadows. They love to hunt shadows.
Talk to me about coming off a successful season 1. How exciting has it been for you to build this franchise?
It's incredible. When we started it, we knew we had something special, and then when we got through the whole season, we're like, I think we have something here. So hopefully the fans will like it, and new fans will take a liking to it, and it's exploded. And it's been really cool to see the fan reactions and people kind of getting other people to watch it as well, not just us. So it's been really great to see that trickle and domino effect happen.
In a nutshell, the first season was ABC Family, second season's Freeform. It's a bigger, badder, sexier show.
Yeah.
So.
That is the greatest plug I've ever heard.
Great at sound bites,
He's a
isn't he?
pitch
That's
man.
why I let him just
Forget
do
the
it.
acting, do the pitch man.
I was going for too long, and Kyle's like, meh.
What can people expect in season 2?
Go for it.
No,
Here's
now
your
you're
sound bite.
throwing me under the bus.
Yeah, it's a losing battle.
It's all downhill from here, guys. Season 2 is a bigger, better show. The cases are more complicated. The relationships are a little more developed. Also, aesthetically, I think the show looks much cooler. We did some really cool things with the stitches this season. They're less CGI and more camera work, so you feel much more involved as a viewer.
You're going from Once Upon a Time to another supernatural. Yeah. Talk to me about making that change and what can people expect from this show?
I think that I'm always just drawn to incredibly complex characters, and that's what those guys give me. So it works out really nice for me. I love it.
Talk to me as an actress. When you talk about complex characters, what do you specifically look for in choosing those characters?
I look for what's driving the person. Is it something that I understand? Is the need for what they want so great that they do anything to get it? And if I don't have that, I don't do it.
What can people expect from Dead of Summer?
Well, we're a big secret for the most part, but we're a supernatural thriller in the 80s. We're in 1989 at a summer camp. I know.
Yeah.
She's
digest that. Yeah.
That's it. You get to work with Elizabeth Mitchell, one of my favorites. How sweet is she?
She is an angel. When I met her, I'm such a huge fan of hers, and I was totally fangirling when I met her. Her portrayal of Linda and Gia is one of my favorite performances, and that movie is incredibly important to me. So to meet her was just a thrill. To get to work with her is even better.